We have the Miami Marlins hosting the Philadelphia Phillies, and the Phillies are plus 117 on the money line. The Marlins are minus 139. The over-under is 7.5 runs. The Phillies getting a run and a half on the run line are minus 175, meaning if you bet them that way and they win this game outright, you would win, or if they lost this game by one, you would win. The Marlins laying a run and a half on the run line are plus 155, meaning if you bet them that way, they have to win by 2. Now, these are the overnight odds. They're going to change and adjust the closer we get to first pitch tomorrow night or afternoon. Suarez pitched once against the Marlins this year. 5 2/3, 4 runs, 3 earned. They lost that game 5-3 in Miami. He struck out 4 batters in that game. The Phillies are 6-4 as a team in his last 10 appearances. He's averaging 6 innings pitched and 5.6 strikeouts per game overall in his last 10. Now, in his last 5 specifically, the Phillies are 2-3. They did win his last appearance. He's got an ERA of 3.8, and he's averaging 5 1/3 innings pitched. In those games, he had 4 earned runs and struck out 6, 4 earned runs and struck out 5, 3 earned runs and struck out 3, 3 earned runs and struck out 4, 5 earned runs and struck out 5. So 3 out of his last 5 appearances, he's allowed more than 4 runs, or 4 runs or more, however you would like to phrase that. Now, for Alcantara, he pitched twice against the Phillies this year. Not a very good outing, the first one. 4 innings, 9 runs, 9 of which were earned. They lost that game 15-3 in Philadelphia. He struck out 4 batters in that game. And then a more Alcantara-ish kind of game. 6 2/3, 1 run, 1 earned. They lost that game still 4-3, and he struck out 5. The Marlins are 5-5 as a team in his last 10 appearances. He's averaging 6 1/3 innings pitched and 5.3 strikeouts per game in those games. In Alcantara's last 2 starts, he struck out 7 batters. In the 2 previous games to that, he struck out 5. And in the game before that, he struck out 6. So he's been striking out at least 5 batters in every one of his last 5 games. Now, as far as earned runs are concerned, 1 earned run, 4 earned runs, 2 earned runs, and 1 earned run, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 4 earned runs. So more so looking like the pitcher that he was last year versus how he started off this season so far this year. Now, head-to-head, the road team is 6-4. These teams are 5-5 against each other in their last 10. The underdog is 6-4 on the money line. The underdog getting a run and a half on the run line is 7-3. There have been 3 one-run games in their last 10 meetings. The over is 5-4-1, and the over-under at 7.5 runs is 5-5. The game they played today, the Phillies won 4-2. The 2 previous games to that, the Marlins won 7-3 and 5-3. Then the game before that, the Phillies won 4-3. And then the 2 previous games to that, the Marlins won 3-2 and 8-4. And then there was the first game of the year where they played against each other. The Phillies crushed the Marlins 15-3, and that was the game that Alcantara pitched in. Now, in their last handful of games overall, the Phillies are 5-5 in their last 10, 2-2 in their last 4, beating the Pirates 2-1, then losing 7-6 and 6-4 to the Pirates, and then beating the Marlins today 4-2. For the Marlins, they are 4-6 in their last 10, and they also are 2-2 in their last 4. Beating the Tigers 6-5, then getting blanked 5-0 by the Tigers, then beating the Tigers 8-6, and then losing today 4-2 to the Tigers. With Alcantara on the mound, I do think this is going to be a low-scoring game. I do think this is going to be one of those hedge-worthy kind of games because for whatever the reason is, the Marlins weren't beating the Phillies with Alcantara on the mound. I do think they snapped that streak, though. I'm going to take the Marlins at the money line. I'm going to take the Phillies getting the runs, and I'm going to go over in this game. I just have a funny feeling that this game is going to hit 8. These are just my picks. If you disagree, please go with your gut, and please bet responsibly.